Hi, Debbie Lichter here with the Congruence Code, and today we are talking about how to truly let go. So, if you are somebody who has done a lot of work on yourself, you have been on a spiritual path for a while, you have tons of tools, and your life is pretty good, but you notice that when it comes down to it, you just have a hard time putting into action that whole thing of letting go, and you find yourself getting into control and pushing and proving and working so hard to try to figure things out and get everything to look a certain way on the outside for you to feel okay on the inside, then I am so glad that you are here with me today because I want to share with you the three aspects of how to really let go. And when we think about what has us not letting go. Usually it's a lot of fear, a lot of attachment to our agenda. We think we need things to be a certain way, people to be a certain way, ourselves to be a certain way, the world to look a certain way for us to be okay. We have this deep fear that we're not going to get what we need or we're going to lose what we have. And so it keeps us in this attachment and this agenda and this kind of control, even though we're saying, I should just let it go, I should just accept it, I should just let the universe do its magic. We kind of have all of these slogans and we sort of know what it's supposed to be like, and yet oftentimes we have a hard time actually putting that into action. So, without further ado, I want to share with you these three aspects to really, really support you. So, number one, we have to address your body. So, your body, we wouldn't normally think of that, right? We're thinking, I want to let go, I want to surrender. We might think about other kinds of spiritual practices. But here's the thing is that any tension or resistance that is going on in your spiritual field and in your energetic field is also showing up on the physical plane. And so we can actually get quiet, we can connect into our bodies, and we can find the places inside of ourselves that feel really tense or stuck or blocked or numb or just disconnected. We're not sure what we feel. Maybe we've got chronic pain. We can actually use our physiology to access deeper levels of letting go. So if that's actually something that you want more support in, I'm going to leave a link below. These are 5 top presence practices that I use that are really simple. This is a quick reference sheet you can just download and keep with you, but each tool is a tool that really helps you get more present and connected in your body. And there actually is one tool that is specifically geared to support you around what I am talking about. So really being able to track, feel, and follow that tension and then to go ahead and release it from your body. It's a really powerful way to get an embodied experience of letting go. And P.S., by the way, here's the cool thing about that is that when you actually bring your awareness from your head into your body, what you're able to do is trigger the part of your nervous system called your parasympathetic nervous system. This is your repair, restore, this is your relaxation and calm and rest and digest system. And so when you're able to connect into your body and able to get present, part of the letting go that you're going to be doing is also going to help you to just feel more calm, more centered, more balanced, and safer inside of you. So those are all really fabulous, byproducts of you just connecting in with your body. So the next tool that you really want to focus on is setting aside what you think you know. So getting out of your mind. This is the part that is so, so important. Oftentimes we are so attached to our way of seeing things, our way of interpreting the world, who we think we are, what we think we know, what we think we need, what we think is possible, how we think things should be. And all of that stuff is really holding us hostage from being able to just simply let go. And so, I love showing the folks I have an opportunity to work with this beautiful, beautiful prayer that really allows you to just set aside everything that you think you know, open yourself up for a new experience. But whatever that looks like for you, an invocation, an intention, but allow it to be an ask as opposed to a telling. So there's something very different from I'm going to set aside what I think I know versus Spirit, Source, Universe, please help me to set aside what I think I know. I am asking for that. It totally changes the energy and really puts us in a place of being receptive instead of resistant. So that's a really beautiful way to really let it go in your mind. And it also just really opens us up for that experience of softening into surrender. Softening into surrender. And so we have this releasing of tension, which is a softening of the body. And then we have this setting aside what we think we know, which is like a softening of our mind into surrender. Really, really valuable, really, really powerful. And the third one is to go from control to trust. So oftentimes we are knowingly or unknowingly holding on to really this control of, thinking that we know how things should be, having our agenda, wanting things to go a certain way, kind of trying to maneuver or manipulate or influence things to happen in a certain way. And maybe we do that really graciously and maybe we do that really aggressively. But we usually have this way of like, kind of trying to get our way to happen in the world. And that can make us sometimes initially feel safe or feel familiar or feel like we're just getting our ducks in a row or feel like we're actually creating peace, right? Sometimes we think our way of doing and seeing things is actually what's best for everybody. And so if everyone would just do it our way, everyone would get along and everyone would be happier. And so we have this way of kind of like, nudging our agenda forward and thinking that we know what's best. But all of that stuff falls under the category of control and actually of kind of playing God, of kind of saying, hey, I know how things are supposed to be, and so I think we should all do it this way. And it what it really does is it sets us up to really like push all the power and all the spirit and all the source away, really to hold that at bay and kind of try to manage everything on our own. And ultimately when you're wanting to let go, that's the exact opposite of what you want to do. And so the most beautiful access point to being able to truly let go is to be able to soften into trust. And using that set aside, using that intention or that prayer to really set aside everything you think you know, and softening that tension in your body, and then really opening yourself up to move deeper into trust. And here's the thing, is that trust needs to happen before you actually know that everything's going to be okay. So oftentimes we want to just relax into trust. We want to soften into trust once we kind of know what's around the corner. Once we know that everything's going to be okay. Once we know that everything's going to be safe and we're going to be taken care of and we're not going to look stupid and we're not going to fail, then we're willing to trust. But it actually works the opposite way. We need to dive into trust fully and just let go absolutely and be willing to fail, be willing to look bad, be willing for it to not work out the way that we think it's supposed to. And just allow ourselves to be in that free fall of I don't know. That is actually a true experience of letting go. But here's the beautiful thing, is that when we take that leap, the net appears. So as long as we are sort of standing on the diving board, peering over the edge and saying, oh, I don't know if I can trust, I don't know if I'm willing to let go all the way, we actually don't have the power to do it. We gain the power the moment our feet leave that board and we dive out, we take that leap, we take that step into the unknown, that's when the net appears, or the bridge appears, or the wings appear, or whatever analogy you want to use. But that's really what can carry us through. And somehow we gain the power, we gain the access, we gain the clarity, we gain the wisdom, we gain whatever we need to carry us through in that leap. And so if you're someone who is on the fence about how to let go, or you find yourself just in that, like that Groundhog's Day of knowing that you're supposed to surrender, knowing that you're supposed to let go, and having all this stuff, and like trying to muscle it, like trying to do it, but then noticing that all you're doing is just sort of like trying to control things in a different way and being attached to the outcome, then try these tools. And here's what's really, really powerful. So you have these tools for letting go, but what allows you to actually get to that next level of freedom and being able to live in that, to be able to live in that trust and that openness and that confidence, and really, really having that full congruence and alignment and freedom that makes you feel light inside and inspired to put yourself out there. That is where we jump into the next layer and the next step, which is really getting free of all of those beliefs and delusions and fears and resentments and all that stuff that can really, really keep pulling you back into that place of control and tension and attachment and all that kind of stuff. So if that is the step that you really want support with, then I'll leave another link below, and I will leave a link for you to book a call with me. And let's just actually jump on a call, 15-minute call, and just really look at those next steps for you to, because letting go is like that beautiful free fall. But then, like, once you're in that and once you have that support, then let's actually make sure that you are free of all of the things that take you back into the place of control. So again, I will just leave the link in the description below, and grab a spot on my calendar. Let's talk about those next steps for you, and let's really, really bring you into that place of more alignment and freedom and congruence and trust and confidence and all of those beautiful things that you already are and that you just want to probably experience more of. So thank you so much for taking this time out. I hope it was valuable for you. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and definitely subscribe, because every single week I share tips, tools, resources to really help you get that next level of congruence and freedom and alignment and inner trust and all of that beautiful stuff that helps you be authentically all of you. Thanks for taking this time out, and I'll connect with you more next time. Bye-bye.